Affect an immunogenicity of an enterovir 71 vaccine in China. A vaccine to prevent enterovir 71 infection. Enterovir 71 is a major cause of hand, foot, and mouth disease and enterovir, both of which involve painful vesicular eruption, primarily on young children. The infection is usually self-limiting and without residual disability. In some cases, however, there is significant central nervous system injury, multi-system disease, and the event death.
Foot and mouth disease, HFMD, is a human syndrome caused by intestinal viruses of the Picornaviridae family. Coxsackie virus A16 and enterovirus 71, EV71, are the most common strains known to cause HFMD, but many other strains of Coxsackie virus or enterovirus are known to cause this viral syndrome. HFMD is a common and highly contagious viral infection that typically causes a mild febrile illness followed by a maculopapular rash that may involve the skin of the hands, feet, and oral cavity. HFMD is fairly common and typically affects infants and children, but may affect immunocompetent adults on occasion. The viruses that cause HFMD are spread through direct contact with the mucus, saliva, or feces of an infected person. HFMD typically occurs in small epidemics in nursery schools or kindergartens, usually during the summer and autumn months. The usual incubation period is 36 days. HFMD should not be confused with foot and mouth disease, also known as hoof and mouth disease, a distinct viral disease known to affect sheep, cattle, and swine. Both diseases are caused by members of the Picornaviridae family, but transmission to humans is exceptionally rare. Most cases of the syndrome go away on their own and require no treatment other than to provide symptomatic relief. There is no cure or vaccine currently available for HFMD, but one is under development.
Is a manufacturer-sponsored trial conducted and 35 sites in Jiangsu Province, China, Shu, and collagen resumed. Helping infants and age 6 to 35 months they receive two intramuscular injection of a loop adjuncting enterovir 71 vaccine of placebo 4 weeks apart.
And in China, along with the Olympics, the big story right now is the rapid spread of the deadly foot, hand, and mouth virus, enterovir 71. The virus first appeared in Fuyang City in Anhui Province, but the disease has recently spread to nearby Hubei, Jiangxi, and Guangdong provinces. Chinese authorities had known about the virus since early March, but chose not to release the information for nearly 2 months. Just over a week ago, the news was finally released to the public, and since then, at least 22 children have died and over 3,000 have been infected. But Chinese state television is still not releasing the total number of deaths caused by the virus. CCP leaders have ordered authorities to deal with the problem before the Olympics, which are less than 100 days away. It will be difficult because there are currently no vaccines or antiviral agents that can either treat or prevent the virus. Enteroviruses are spread mostly through contact with infected blisters or feces and can cause high fever, paralysis, and swelling of the brain or its lining.
Among participants who received two vaccine doses, 98% developed protein tariffs of neutralized antibiotics Day 56. Adverse events were similar between the groups. The only severe case, 2 with U1 did, occurred in placebo recipients. Adverse events were generally mild. Fever by injection site were more common in vaccine.
And what are Chinese officials doing to deal with the enterovirus right now?
Right now, the government, of course, treat it as emergencies and asking all the local public health officials to have a very close scrutiny of this outbreak and asking, to have an immediate online 24 hours report. So this actually suggests this case is very serious in China.
Now, in 2003, there was a SARS outbreak, and of course, we know the Chinese Communist Party tried to cover that up at that point. Are we seeing a cover-up now, or are we seeing more open reporting?
Actually, in Anhui province, let's look at Anhui province, which is the most serious case. So, in early March, there are already reports about infants and children being infected by the hand, foot, mouth disease. And by March 28, actually already see 5 infant dies. But the government didn't release any alert to the public and didn't give any explanation what kind of disease might cause this.
So we're talking about a month between the initial outbreak and when the Chinese officials officially said this is enterovirus 71. Right?
Yes, probably 1.5 months to 2 months. So it takes a long time, and that's why many people now in China complain why the government didn't give enough early notice to the public, make the public have enough time window to take precautions. And the schools was not closed, the children's families, they are not alert in how to protect their kids, especially when it's an outbreak in Anhui province.
Now, is there any danger for people traveling to China at this time?
This disease usually happens in infants or kids under 5 years old. So actually it's not the danger for travelers, the adult travelers right now. I think there are many things that make people worry about the situation, because how can very obvious disease, actually, for example, this hand, foot, mouth disease, usually the physicians or pediatricians can see from the sores in the throat and the rashes in the hands and foot. Very easy to diagnose. Why the government actually confused it as a severe pneumonia in the middle of April, and why it takes so long to recognize this enterovirus 71. And we know in the Capital Institute of Pediatrics, they already have several PCR primers can easily identify these viruses from the specimens of patients.
So what are you most concerned about in terms of what could happen over the next month or two?
I hope the government can be more open, and at least that more people in nationwide can understand, whether there are similar cases have happened in their own cities, in their own province, and also need to be faster in identify whether this is a mutant strain, whether it's more lethal than enterovirus 71, for example, identified in the outbreak in Malaysia in 1997 or the outbreak in Taiwan in 1998. Why is causing more deaths in China right now?
So there's still
questions.
So there's still more investigation to do.
The government need to do more education to the public. Really need to let them know this is a serious outbreak. And when the government announces to the public this is a hand, foot, mouth disease, I think it doesn't ring a bell in people's mind. Actually, enterovirus can cause this neurological disease, could be fatal. I think the government needs to emphasize this.
Okay, well, Sean, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much for bringing up this topic.